Greetings, Battle Brothers. It's me, Aurelia Tempris, Defender of the Golden Throne and Servant of Humanity. I'm gonna have to figure out where this phone's gotta sit. It's mad about the camera over my head. Hang on. You gotta fix that. Gotta fix that. It's gotta... The camera that I use for the close-up camera is like getting in the way of the tracking. So we've got to precariously balance the phone over here. Now I gotta slide my windows over. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna fix this. Boom. We should be good now. Greetings, Battle Brothers. I hope you're all doing well today. We are painting minis. Once again, I have been working on them a little bit while you guys were away, mainly doing washes. So, hopefully you're not too upset about that. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Oh my gosh. One of my mods just said they're at a Korean barbecue baby shower thing. That sounds like a great time. I think he said that on purpose to make me mad. Bath time? What do you mean it's bath time? Huh? Are you watching me while you're in the bathtub? That's a little odd, in my opinion. That's a little odd. I'm busy making more Aurelia memes. Based. Based. That's the joke? I didn't know that was a thing. That, like, was the joke. It's bath time. Is your mom gonna tuck you in once bath time is over? Yeah, we're doing some Sanguinary Guards. Alright, gotta get my glove on. But I'll show you guys what I worked on since we last spoke about these guys specifically. Well, also since the last time we spoke, because these, I did not touch them until earlier before stream today. Okay. KKKK. Okay, that's... It only does this when I'm live. I tested it earlier today. Hang on. I did this earlier. I love playing these games. I love doing this. Or did I mess... Oh, did I click the wrong one? Oh, I'd like to report that I clicked the wrong one. That was the problem. That's probably what happened. There we go. Yep, that's what happened. I clicked the wrong one. I finally caught your stream. Well, welcome in. I saw someone else's first time, too. Welcome. I have a golden glove, and I'm going to show you what we did with the guys. So, this guy here... so I've done washes. This one's actually the hardest one to tell that I've done a wash on. But when I compare the guys, you can tell. This guy, I used Reichland Flesh Shade. And he, I don't have to move him. My camera's right there. So he's got a bit more of like a richer red tone to him. So he's got that. We did his wings here. I'm pretty sure this is the one. I did the wash on his wings. So you can see the feather details a lot better. They have a nice like kind of brownish look. There's that. And then this is our... We have his jump pack. Hang on. There. That's his jump pack. And then this is our other guy. He has the more antique looking armor. This wash turned out really nice. I'm very happy with how it looks. And then we did his wings in the wash as well. He's gonna, his wash was actually wildwood that I watered down with water. And then I haven't done this guy yet because I need to do some touch-ups. He has a different shade of gold on his armor, so I needed to do touch-ups before I did a wash. So that's where we're at. So that's what's going on. If Custodes ever had their own Baneblade variant, what would it be like? Well, I mean, if I had a Baneblade, I just would want it to have fire. And Melta's just... But I don't really have a preference either way. Let me get my wet palette ready. Okay. Get this ready. I'm annoyed because I was working on my stuff earlier and I forgot to close up my wet palette before I walked away and my paint's dried up. I'm like, ah, man, I was not very happy about that, but it is what it is. Well, we just started stream. We can't have this. We can't have this. This is not good. Okay. I need more upbeat music for me. Okay. All my stuff is going well. Cool, cool, cool. All right. I've got all of our colors here. Don't lie, you saw the Emperor move off the Golden Throne. I don't lie. I don't lie. And he didn't. I wish he would. Have you seen the converted Tower of Skulls Baneblade? I have not. Actually. I've not. Sister of Battle Baneblade? Oh, that'd be pretty cool, but honestly, their pipe organ, you know, that one's really, really cool. Oh yes, this stream is sponsored by Xepher Arcade. Thank you, Xepher Arcade, for sending me minis. And if you're in the United States and you are in need of minis at a discounted price, use code Aurelia for 10% off your order. They're really awesome people. I need this. I need Skull Crusher Brass to do this. To finish painting this guy. Let's see. Aaron, try EG. EG is easier. I think that will work. And if you're in the UK or EU, EG is the way to go. Element Games. I'm also partnered with them. But they don't send me minis. But they're still cool. Oh, I just smacked my camera. Oops. Okay. Set this guy here. Alrighty. Get this guy ready. It's a good shake. Hang on. I don't know if I'll need that much paint, but we'll see. Oh, well, how's everybody doing? Did they survive the weekend? Did they survive the week? Are you happy for the weekend? So you're gonna make Stormcast Eternals with the wings? With the leftover parts? No, probably not. I'll probably use them for some other kind of kitbash. You barely survived? Well, good thing you made it. You're so strong for that. Okay. Alright, gotta do a little bit of watering down. We gotta get this guy. I made the mistake. I had a late lunch today, and I took a little bit longer setting up, so I didn't make time to have dinner beforehand. And I was like, oh, it's fine. It's not a big deal. But now that I'm here, I'm like, oh, shoot, that was a mistake. We will power through, brothers. we will persist. Yeah, do a tiny bit of touching up here. That's a little bit thick. Or is it too thin? Ooh, it's too thin. No Ubering the Taco Bell. I had Taco Bell for lunch. That's the problem. That's the main issue here, brothers. Don't eat the minis even if you're really hungry. Yeah, hang on, I gotta get more of my Skull Crusher brass. Okay. Oh my goodness. This is so bad. This is so bad. Aaron, thank you for the bits. What's that? Why? Why are there bits? There's not even like a hype train going on. What was that for? We're just painting, man. Oop, how do you oop and accidentally give bits? Isn't there like, you have to press several buttons to get there? Shadow, thank you for the bits, but... I know you did that one on purpose, Shadow. Oh, meant to be a message with it. Well, what was the message? What was the message? Dude, why is this so thin? It's like so, like, thin. This is the color I used, right? It just... Taco Bell fun? No, that's not necessary. That's not necessary. Thank you. But I already the reason why I'm having Taco Bell is not because of lack of funds. It's because of I already had Taco Bell. That's why. Does more Taco Bell sound good? Yes. But I already had it. Did you get the Baja Blast? I did get the Baja Blast. Hands all the way out here. I gotta sit closer. What did I get my meal? I got a soft taco and a beefy 5-layer burrito. The best combination that's available currently. I used to have a more goated combo. Whimsy Mimsy, thank you for the bits. And thank you, Shadow, for the bits. And thank you, Aaron, for the bits. I have enough for the Taco Bell, guys. Don't you worry. I still have not completely used up all my gift cards from my birthday. So, you know. Although I will say, Taco Bell recently updated their app. And they did this weird thing. You can't use a small amount of a gift card. So, like, before, I could select multiple gift cards. Like, one that had, like, maybe $1 on it left. Or it wasn't a lot. And I could select multiple gift cards and apply it to my order. Well, now I can't select any that don't completely cover the cost of the order. So I'm annoyed because I think that's their way of making me reload the card or go in person and use the card. It's really weird. I don't know why they changed that. Holding on to your Taco Bell funds. Yeah, I try to pace myself. I try not to go more than like twice a week. Yeah, if you had $1, so one of my cards, I have 79 cents left on it. So I can't use it unless I went in person and used it. I can't use it for an online order. Yeah, it's an excuse to try to get you to spend more money. I think it's so stupid because before they did it, it was just fine. I'm like, why are you guys making bad decisions? It makes me want to use your app less and less. And Jay, thank you for the 21 months, and Urub, thank you so much for subscribing as well. That sounds illegal. It's not illegal. Technically, it's not. I think I was talking to one of my siblings about it because I was really annoyed. And they told me they think Starbucks does the same thing. I wouldn't know. I don't really go to Starbucks. Only time I go to Starbucks is if I was given a gift card, and that's usually for a birthday or a holiday. Okay, that's pretty much touched up. Chick-fil-A does the same thing. All the big companies must be moving to that now. But that's irritating. Yeah, it's stupid. Taco Bell used to be based in cool, and it feels significantly less based in cool. Sorry, I gotta sit closer. I keep scooting my chair back, but I gotta sit closer so you guys can see me. You know, I haven't moved the camera, so it's been a hot minute since I painted. Okay, go. We gotta do all these touch-ups before I put a wash on. That's what I was doing earlier today. We can always see your model. Yes, but the mini is the part. Yeah, Taco Bell also updated their app, and I don't know if it's just, you know, I get a year older and I'm suddenly a curmudgeony old man, and I'm like, the app, like, it's changed enough where it's annoying, and they're trying to make it trendy, and I'm like, it was fine before. It was trendy enough before, but now it's like stupid. Perhaps I'm just being a curmudgeony person. Old man, I knew it. Yes, not only am I not a woman, I'm also old. Hag time. Grab my whack. Come on. Get out. Sounds like you're being an unk to me. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. What is your relationship with the Blood Angels exactly? We know you married to their dad, so does that make you their mom, stepmom? Yes, it does. I am their mom, and I help them wherever I can. The Blood Angels and their successors is not limited to just the Blood Angels. I love all of my sons, and I help them when I can. So it's true females don't like Warhammer. Well, I can't speak for every female, but as a female, I like Warhammer. I would not change the lore because I enjoy it as it is for the grimdark, and just, I like it. I'm just different from those other girls. Hang on. I'm different from those other girls. Zagreus, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate it. You're not a man with a voice changer? I don't know, it depends on the day. I say conflicting things. The messages are conflicting, so, you know, I guess it depends on when you join the stream. Liked Warhammer enough to be a VTuber? Maybe. Maybe. I might be a little into it. Oh. I had to zoom in. Opinions with nuance. Ah. Do I work at GW? No. But if you think I do, that's quite a compliment. That is quite a compliment. No, I don't work at GW. I'll just say it before. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The only way I would work, like, directly with GW, like, if I was an official GW VTuber, is if I was allowed to reasonably and constructively criticize the company. Because I don't agree with all their decisions, you know. I've been called a shill. It would be nice if I was, because that means I'd be getting money, but that's not true. But I would like the opportunity to, I'm not just gonna tell everybody that all of their decisions are great and they're the best and you should just keep giving money to them. I think it would be reasonable if I said, hey, I don't think this was a good idea. I think they should have done this differently. That's the only way I would, partner with them in that capacity. Because if I can't speak my actual thoughts and opinions, I think that's stupid. Personally. I don't want to be a lapdog. Nah. I don't know, you keep saying conflicting things. That's very GW coded. What have I said that's conflicting? What's conflicting? I'm curious. Because I might have said conflicting things over the course of several streams, but I'm curious about specifics. After putting 150 hours on Rogue Trader and binging 40k streamers and books, I just finished the Eisenhorn trilogy. It seems I went down the rabbit hole. Yes. Yes. The only lap she wants is sanguineous? Yes! First you're an old man, then you're not an old man. Look, I am Schrodinger's VTuber. I am both a man and not a man. I've never read a Warhammer book in my life, and at this point I'm terrified. Really, Possum? That has to be bait. That has to be bait. There's no way. How'd you get hired? I mean, you could be a very good, you know, archivist, and you can find all the lore you need, but I'm impressed if that's... Huh. Quirky Kit, thank you for the 4 months of support. Whenever I write my script, my sources, it came to me in a vision. Have you ever had Warhammer dreams? They sound kind of fun, but they're not. But lately I've been having dreams about sorting Warhammer Legos, which is its own kind of nightmare. With as many times as GW has changed lore, Possum could probably make up stuff and it would have been true at one point. Oh, quite possibly. My Sanguinary Guard have proper manly chests? Gray. Thank you for the super chat. Are you saying they have nipples? They have proper manly chests? You're not a man if you don't have nipples on your chest? What an interesting theory. What an interesting theory. Chat, discuss. Are you a man if you don't have nipples on your chest? Discuss. Those are some remarkably well-preserved and feminine old man hands. Yes. My nails. Very old man. Depends on the nipple, like what type. There are different types. Like, there's only like one kind of human nipple. I like how Twitch chat just went so quiet all of a sudden. They all just stopped talking. Okay. The only thing I know about Warhammer is that the salamanders are dope and so are the Skaven. Yeah, I mean, accurate. Skaven are also incredibly evil. What would your reaction be if GW brings back Sanguinius from the dead? Big sad look of disappointment. I expect better from you, GW. Don't do that crap. I like Sanguinius, but he should stay dead. You cannot change my mind on that. There are routes that are more enjoyable if they do bring him back. Like, if they're gonna bring him back, they should only do it in a couple ways, but I don't think they should do it, period. I think it's cringe, but they're gonna do it because it's gonna make them money. But he should not come back. I still think Super Black Rage could be fun. I mean, there are ways where it's like better than him just coming back, but I still don't think they should do it. But we know they're gonna eventually. I gotta be really careful with this set because the little wing guys are so fragile. Here's some cash to raid the Black Templar's armory for cool bits. Definitely works for my salamanders. Thank you, Mercer. I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. I hate that Primarch's coming back, not gonna lie. Always have, always will, but I get why they do it. Yeah, I get why they do it too. I don't mind one or two, but they're obviously gearing up to bring the whole band back together, and that's... I don't like that. Ah. Dude, this paint, like, I couldn't, like, I was like, I watered it down, but it's already, like, super thin for some reason. I don't know why. It just feels more watery than it normally does, and I'm kind of annoyed. Because it's kind of annoying to work with at the moment. Dude, mistakes were made. Mistakes were made, brothers! I'm hungry. Oh, man. I ate, like, 6 hours ago. I shouldn't be as hungry as I feel. Okay. Alright. Wing! I gotta touch up the spots that I put white on. What did I eat, Taco Bell? I'm not the kind of streamer that doesn't eat. Impossible. I don't understand how people are like, oh, I forgot to eat today, tee-hee. No. I'm like hungry all the time. That's not true, but I don't forget to eat. It's very rare that that happens. And if I forget to eat, it's because I've been like back-to-back slammed and didn't have time to eat. Was there any other food? Well, I don't eat breakfast, so no. I don't eat breakfast, so no, that was it. Six hours is a lot of time for someone who works out. Well, I didn't work out prior to stream. I need to do it afterwards. But at least it's arm day today, so it's not going to be as taxing. It's not going to be as taxing as leg day. Leg day's been kicking my butt, but it's a good kind of butt kicking. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Ever since I left high school, I have not really cared for breakfast. Unless I was doing a physical activity early in the morning, I generally don't eat breakfast. Okay. And we gotta let some of this dry. Ooh. Ow. Oh, yeah, I gotta paint this pauldron. Get over here. Get over here, punk. I could eat breakfast every meal of every day and be the happiest possible on the planet. Ah, no, breakfast is mid. I do not like the lack of variety breakfast provides. Whenever my family, this is when I was a kid, said, oh, we're gonna have breakfast for dinner, I was like, oh, brother, that sucks. It's the worst. Never liked breakfast for dinner. Nope. Some streamers forget to eat so they can do it on stream. Those types of jerks. Okay, the ones that I would say are the actual jerks are the ones that say, oh yeah, I forgot to eat, and then looks at chat expectantly like, will you help me order Uber Eats? I'm not like that. I don't ask for that. Like I said, I have the funds for Taco Bell, but we're not gonna order Taco Bell. I have stuff in my fridge I need to eat. But we got minis to paint. We're busy right now. I think it's more of a problem when you're like, chat, will you feed me? And it's like, no, don't do that. Don't do that crap. That's dumb. Maybe that's controversial and maybe that's gonna rub feathers, but I think that's disingenuous and really rude. I mean, it's not to say I don't like breakfast, but I could not eat it for every meal. Like, no. I'd rather skip breakfast and have a fuller lunch or dinner, or a more enjoyable lunch or dinner. She has Taco Bell at home. You could say, I have like a sandwich thing with like an au jus dip that I made. So I really need to eat it. I really just need to eat it. Ow. Breakfast. I know you guys are saying it's the most important part of the day, but like, think of it this way. If I eat dinner early, I don't eat lunch until like 11 or 12. So like, let's say I eat dinner at 6, I can like kind of get my metabolism going, and I can kind of do like a miniature cut. Because I haven't eaten for over 12 hours. So and if I was gonna have something for breakfast, it would probably be protein. But most breakfast things are like bready. Pancakes, waffles. Let's see. I need to do a second coat on your... I remember now. Quiche, egg pie? I mean, I've had that, but... it's like, the protein is like eggs, bacon, sausage. That's it. I don't like that. Like, the breakfast foods, it's just like a rotation of the same thing. I like variety in my protein. Do I bake? And if so, what have you baked? I mean, my favorite thing to bake are like pumpkin cookies. It's my favorite kind of cookie. I've baked on stream before, which is, well, at least I made the cookies. The oven was not on stream, but I did run to the oven while I was live. Yeah, so I made the cookies. I don't bake very often because I don't like having baked goods in the house. Because, okay, here's how it works. I don't even, dude, it's only been a thing that started recently. Even when it's my favorite dessert ever, I don't eat the food because I don't want to have the calories that are associated with that food. So I just ignore it. I don't eat what I bake. Like, I'll gift it to people, but I don't like baking things and then giving, like... I like giving it away. But it feels like a waste when I set aside, like, however many cookies and I just don't eat them. So... Whoa, 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 Wedge. I did not say I didn't like bacon. I didn't say that. I said your only options for breakfast for protein are eggs, bacon, and sausage. And that's it. I prefer to have a wider variety of protein. I'm not gonna let you call me a heretic over something that's not true. I love bacon. I love bacon. Yeah, making smaller batches is yeah. It depends on what it is. I have the pumpkin cookie recipe I can split in half, but it is annoying. Actually, I could split it into thirds. It is possible. I've done it before. It's okay. What about steak? You don't generally have steak for breakfast unless you're going to like a diner place, which I don't mind. What about liverwurst? I live in the United States and I don't think we generally do that. That also sounds terrible. Eating liver? Nah. Liver's not for me. Do you have an Aldi's? I'd have to look, probably. I don't generally go to Aldi's. I go to other places. I actually think there is one. It's just like I don't go. I've never been in one. How about that? No, sorry, guys. Shame they have pretty good wine. Well, I don't really drink. The thing that I drink is Mountain Dew Baja Blast. I don't know, I never really saw the appeal of Aldi's. Can someone explain the appeal of Aldi's? I've had people bring it up and I'm just like, I could go to one, but like, I don't know why I would. I have other grocery stores that I know where things are and I don't have to... It's very affordable. How affordable? Compared to Walmart. It's cheap for good quality. The appeal is that nothing is name brand. Better than Walmart. By how much better than Walmart? $1.50. Wait, hang on. Ultrafist, say your message again. Have I tried In-N-Out? Yeah, I've had In-N-Out. I like In-N-Out. German efficiency better? I know Germans are efficient, but I would kind of like give me a quantitative value. Like, is it 2 times better? Is it 3 times better? How much better than Walmart is it? That's kind of what I want to know here. And rather than just... It's better. 1.5 to 3. At least 3. I'll have to look at one. The catches, they don't normally do sales and such. Well, I mean, that makes sense. I guess I'll give it a look. If you guys, enough of you are saying that it's decent, so, you know, perhaps I'll give it a look. Okay. This pauldron is annoying to paint in my hand. I'm European, I can't compare Walmart. I know you can't, Jay, so for those in the United States, I understand, like, you couldn't quite give me that answer. I will give it a try. I cannot promise you when I'm gonna do it. Toothpicks and blue tack are the biggest friends from painting pauldrons. Yeah. The downside is that I can't attach it now because the way the wings sit, I need to make sure the spear is put in the right spot. So I have to put this part on last. So I'm like, I don't have it prepared. Let's see. What do I need to do? I've got this done. We got to do a little bit of work here. I think I need some silver gunmetal. Okay, one sec. Oh, dude, leg day killed me yesterday. My legs hurt. Their biggest thing is not having to pay for cart wranglers since you have to rent a cart for a quarter. Oh. Well, it looks like I'll carry everything by hand. Great, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. You do get the quarterback when you return the cart. Oh. Well then, huh. Well, that is kind of neat. Okay, good to know, good to know. Okay, I have opened this. I was like... Ugh. The quarter's just a deposit to make sure you don't fling it into a reverse something. Yeah, when you said rent, I assumed you just didn't get it back. And I was like, well, it's kind of lame. But I do like that method. I return my shopping carts. Bring shopping bags too. Yeah, I try to, because now places are doing that thing where they're like, oh, you gotta pay for your bags. I'm like, oh my gosh, I hate this. I'm like, it's annoying. It's annoying. So I have bags I bring, especially if I have a cold item. Yeah, honestly, society should be like that, where you are a upstanding member of society and you put it back into the cart return at minimum. So it's disappointing when people don't do that, in my opinion. Be better. And if you don't do that, maybe you should start doing it. Okay. Actually, I want this brush. Oh. Yeah. Ugh. There we go. Or is this one gonna be too fat? This one's too fat. Oops. Brush not wet enough. Okay. Bop, 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 bop. Oh no, I'm dropping things. I'm dropping things. Oh, crud. Okay. Dude, I'm gonna fall asleep. Welcome to another Aurelia stream where she just falls asleep and is tired all over again. Okay, there we go. Got that. Okay. You guys can't even see that. My finger's in the way. There we go. I put my cart back or give it to someone else headed into the store. Yeah. Yep. I put my cart back. I put my cart back as well. Woo, nap stream, yeah! Yeah! I'm more likely to eat before I fall asleep on stream, though. It's irritating my belly enough. It wakes up with Kitbash completely stuck to face. I hope not. Hope not. Okay, we're gonna get a new cup. This current mixture is gross. It's very, metallic-y. It got polluted very fast. There we go. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. All right, let's see. Check him over. Oh yes, we are going to double check the gold on this. Okay. We gotta finish touching this up before we could put the wash, and then we could start working on the other minis. Yay! So if one was to start with a painting, like painting miniatures, are you saying like what minis to paint or brushes? Minis? Whatever you find interesting. Whatever you find interesting. Start with that. Because you don't want to get bored during your project. And the brushes, well, I like golden maple brushes. I'm actually using, I have a guy that I get my 3D printed bits from. Last Hope Miniatures. He does all the printing. Come on, focus. Focus. There we go. He did a collaboration with Golden Maple. I really like their brushes, and I really like his brushes that they did. You can use code Aurelia for 40% off if you go to, his store. I really like these brushes. Like, dead serious, he sent them to me for free. And I was like, yeah, I'll give these a shot. I love these. I love these. And all my other brushes, just by happenstance, were already golden maple. But I really, really like this. My Kitbash look amazing, thanks. I mean, they're not done yet. They're not done yet, but hopefully they will be, you know, worth the praise you have given. Okay. I think we're gonna try to glue this arm back on. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Yeah, I really like the gold maple brushes. I don't know the difference between Gunpla and like Warhammer miniature painting brushes, so I can't speak to that. But I like the gold maple ones. I got some minis, but I forgot the paint. Well, you don't have to get fancy paint. You could just use like regular acrylic. Okay. I know the Gunpla models are much larger. I just didn't know if there was a difference in brush sizes. I'm not familiar at all. Okay. You stay. Okay. Set you down. You do your thing. Let that dry. I wish I could attach this spear. That would be really helpful, but alas. I guess we can do this brown while I'm here. And do a bit of filing here. Sorry, I might need to keep my hands under the camera. Filing off his hand. Man, my hands are still not under it. Scuba Steve, thank you for the 21 months, man. Okay. Yeah, we're giving him a bit of a manicure, yes. I don't want to like take the whole hand off. I just want to trim it down enough where it's not super noticeable. I just bought some Citadel White Scar Primer and 2 Seraphim Sister for under 30 bucks. I did it. Nice! You didn't do anything wrong, but you don't gotta use the fancy primer. I use like basic primer. It's not even for miniatures. And it usually works just fine. I'm not saying you did anything wrong. Just so it'll save you money in the future. That way you don't have to be like, oh, I gotta spend money on the primer. Nah. You don't gotta. Okay. I feel like my camera, like... Oh, it is a little... Hang on. Like, I feel like I'm a little... Only off by like an inch, so it's not like that big of a deal. Do I use any magnifier when building? No! I raw dog it with my eyes. I just bought a squad of blood angels with golden helmets. Go with your miniature. Yay! That's awesome! Thank you! That's so cool! Are you entering them in the mini painting competition that we're having in the Discord? If you aren't, you should. You should. Because it's going to be great. Yeah, we're kit bashing. Probably should have done this earlier before I, you know, primed this whole thing, but I didn't think of it till just now that I could probably sand the hand off. Oh, you got the pre-painted ones off eBay. I can't paint to save my life. Oh, fair enough, but that's still very cool. You should post them in the Discord server. You should show them off. I quit Discord. I'm glad you like them then. I'll take your word for it. You're right, I could have cut off the handle, but I don't know if all the other swords I think had hands on them, so I don't think I could have made yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna paint that brown. Get it, my brown paint out from my drawer. Oh. Get to play the fun game. Where did I put the brown paint? There it is. Oh. Ah! Brown paint. As wait, what color, what shade of brown did I do for him? Oh, I did a dark one. I did a mixture. Ah, okay. Okay, so I gotta do a combination to match the color. Okay. But I do need to touch up the brown here. As you guys could see, when I was doing the wash, I like took off some of the paint. I was surprised that that happened, so I gotta fix that. So I just want, I'm not even gonna water it down, I'm just gonna touch it up. It's not even gonna be a main piece anyway, so it's fine if it is a slightly different color. Let that dry. Mostly fixed, I think. There we go. What is wrong with me? What's wrong with me, brothers? All right, I'm gonna mix it with this black that I have. Okay. Gonna get a tiny bit of black because I gotta mix these. Yawning is a plague of Nurgle for how contagious it is. Yeah, sorry about that, gents. Sorry about that. Whoop. Hydrate. I'll hydrate. You got it. You got it, brother. Hydrating. I did it. I did the hydration. Okay, we're gonna do, I'm gonna slide these over. I feel like I'm gonna drip onto these guys, and I will be very sad if that happens. Okay, this up. Get a little bit of there, you can see it a little bit. Do want to make it too dark. I think this is the shade I want. Actually, I think it's darker. Looking at this. Yeah, it's darker. I recently found out you're supposed to prime from a distance, my poor orcs. Well, there is a way you can salvage it. You can strip the primer. Guys, what's the mixture that people use if you want to strip your mini? Provide recommendations for him. He needs help. Help him. Brother needs help. Okay. Help a brother out. I've never had to strip a mini, so I don't know what the best practice is. I have to do a couple coats of this, but... %90% isopropyl alcohol. Okay, okay. There you go. You have your answer, sir. It can be fixed. It can be salvaged. Strip sooner rather than later. Okay. Do that too. Let's see. I think we're ready. These are ready to go. Get my brush all ready to go. Because I can at least do parts of these now. Okay. I'm gonna do the wash on the wings. And I think the jump pack. It looks really dark, but trust the process. You just gotta spread it around. But it looks very heavy in the beginning. I was so scared that I didn't put enough water in it earlier. You gotta trust the process. And just keep moving it around. And then that. There we go, there's one. Gotta prop it up over here so the wash dries in the orientation I want it to. Okay, you guys, it's off camera, so you guys can't see it. Washes are so underrated. They're the best thing ever. They really help your model look much better because it gets all those shadows for you. Usually you should pair it with like some decent highlighting, but if you have a decent shade, you're kind of golden. I'm trying Mountain Dew Voltage Raspberry. I'm not impressed. Well, it's not my favorite. I still like it, but it's not my favorite flavor. Looking amazing with the wash application so far. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, that looks pretty good. We'll let that dry. Over here. Okay, now we're gonna apply it to the wings here. Well, the jump pack and the wings, both. Now we gotta be gentle because this sucker is like fragile. Gotta be really gentle here. And this is why we're wearing the glove. Because this sucker is messy. Okay. Make sure there's nothing pooling. I bet it mixes well with Code Red though. No, I would say it probably doesn't. Okay, now we're gonna do this guy's arm. It's just still pretty clean. We're gonna do... Oh, actually I need to do a second coat of gold on the butt of that, so we're not gonna do that. Okay. Now this boy, he getting washed. Look at that. You can already see it. Oh, shoot. Stay. Okay. We adapt. Improvise, adapt, overcome. We'll glue that with super glue once the wash is done. Get every little spot here. Did I get it all? I think I did. Okay, I'm gonna wedge him between my, like, I have like a little paint cup. We're gonna... No, don't fall over. No, don't do that. Hang on. There, you stay. No, stay. Stay. Okay. Now get this hand. Okay. There we go. Okay. That's as good as it's gonna get there. And then we gotta do a little touch up with the gold here before we do the wash. But that should dry pretty quickly. Is there lore about the feather on my pauldron? Well, what do you think the lore is? I'm curious. What do you think the lore is? Let's see here. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Okay. Okay. Set that there. I'm not even going to attempt this pauldron until another time. The feather is a sign she survived her Femstodes phase. Why? What does the feather symbolize? Ugh. Okay, so those are gonna dry. We're gonna do another coat of this brown on the sword. I need to paint the top of the scabbard, but I want to get the base of it done first. There we go. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You fought a burb for the feather. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay. Now, while we're waiting, we are going to work on this bad boy. He is going to be the same recipe I use on my custodians. So, for those of you who are new, Retributor Armor Base, I used a Wildwood contrast because I like to give my custodians a more ancient look. I don't like them being red tinted. I prefer them being more ancient. So what we're gonna do now is I have Skull Crusher brass that there are portions of the armor that I'm going to use to brighten up these so these larger knee pads, anything that's like a broad space, a large space, we're gonna add that pop of gold. I'm gonna mix that up first, though. Woo! That I stole. Okay, your guess on the lore is that I stole the feathers from Sanguinius, but or as a badge of office gifted to you as approval from, the Emperor and Sanguinius. Well, the feathers are from Sanguinius, and they were a gift. So, you know, you're kind of right. You're kind of right. But I was a bit inspired by, you know, the Captain General look. I don't need this big of a brush. Okay. Alright. Let's see if you guys can see it on your side. So this knee pad is going to be one of the sections that I put a pretty healthy amount of Retributor armor. I'm going to fill most of the space, but not all of it. Like the areas around the joints, I obviously don't want to touch too much because, you know, we just did shading there. You guys see that? You can kind of see it. You can kind of see that it shines a little brighter. Oh, the boot is also a great spot for this little patch. Patch of gold. Too much paint on my brush there. Okay. You guys see that? I don't know if you guys can see it flashes gold a little bit more than it did previously. Okay. Let's see. Where else do I need to apply this? She didn't actually put them there, they just got caught in her armor and yanked out. They're a gift in the sense that Sanguinius said it's fine after it. No. 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 We're gonna get this leg. So bad I keep touching the toe of that bit of his armor. Oh, there's part of his armor I didn't touch up. Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to go back and fix that. It's like a really light detail, but by the end of it, it'll look so nice. Once it's dried, everything pops so nicely. But we also gotta do highlights after this. I think we'll need 2 or 3 more streams to finish these minis. How do you write small text? I have not. I'm assuming you're talking about purity seals. Yeah, I've not done that. I just do squiggles. I just do squiggles. I'm not that talented or skilled. Okay, let's see. I see there's a part right here I missed the shading. This back boot. I might need to go back over that. I missed this tiny gap here. Okay, there we go. Okay. How do we feel? You guys see the vision? You can definitely see on the pecs. You can definitely see where the gold really pops. I never bothered with a contrast medium. I just use water. Is it really that noticeable? Is this noticeable? I did water with this one. I ran out of contrast medium, so I just mixed water with my wildwood. I mean, it's not a shader, so you know, you could say like, oh, it's probably not the best because it's not a shading paint, but let's see. Yes, I do have a I do have a lore video. My lore is very unique. Do I have any 40K content creators on YouTube you watch paint? No. Not anyone specifically. I mean, I know when I was looking for inspiration to paint Sanguinius, I wanted some idea of I wanted a tutorial, so I wasn't going into it blind because that was a nice mini. So I did look up a video and I really liked the painting scheme, like the recipe they used, so I just went with that. I don't know the name of the content creator. I just liked the scheme enough. My friend Froggy does have tutorial videos that she's been making on her second channel, so if you need help painting minis, she's currently going through a bunch of the chapters, so if you have a chapter you like, she's probably on her way to make a video about it, so, you know, go check her out. It's on her YouTube channel. It's called, like, Froggy School of Miniatures or something like that. Yeah, thank you, Too Bright. That's the channel. Oh my gosh, my eye. I got, like, an eyelash in it. Ow. I personally have not watched any of the videos, so, you know, maybe I'm a bad friend for that, but I've not watched any of them. But she's a really good painter. She's much better than me. She's much, much better than me. Ow! Stupid eyelash. And I have this glove on. I can't get to my eye. Ow! Alright, I'm gonna set that there. Set you there. He's gonna sit while I work on the wings. Same process. There's less big sections on this, though. It's only gonna be a couple. I just kind of paint based on vibes. Yeah, but she has got a lot of great tutorials. Go give her a follow. She's working hard on getting this channel off the ground. And she doesn't sugarcoat the process. If she makes a mistake during a tutorial, she shows you how she fixes it. So she's not just showing you something you can't do. You can totally do what she does. Just takes practice and time. Flashy. Oh, here's a great way to compare. Here's this wing. And here's this one. Can you see where I added that gold? It has much more of a pop. There you go. Set that over here. This one I've got to do. Yeah, and she's making more and more videos, so, you know, eventually your Space Marine chapter will get covered, so highly recommend checking her out. Unless your chapter is something real obscure. Yeah, that's true. I think she's gonna go through most of them at least. I forget. We haven't chatted about that in a while. Done. Now, the jump pack. A lot of open patches on this. At least it's not sanguineous? What do you mean at least it's not sanguineous? I'm confused. What do you mean? Any channels you recommend for newbies learning the game? No, I don't have any recommendations. I would like to, you know, I'd like to dispel some things. I do all the Warhammer stuff, but I don't really keep up with other content creators. I was more a consumer of Warhammer channels before I streamed. After I started streaming, I'm so busy, I don't have time to look at what anybody else is doing. I'm only focused on my streaming stuff, what I've got going on. Not because I'm better than everybody else, it's because I'm too dang busy. It's because I'm too dang busy. So I unfortunately don't have any recommendations for you, but there are plenty of channels out there. I'm sure you can you can do your research and find them on your own. Just jack that up. See that? No, it just wants to focus on my finger. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've done that. That was actually faster than I thought it was gonna be. Let me just double check. Dang, he looks slick. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of the wash on that back ankle. First time stumbling upon the channel? Well, welcome in, welcome in. We're painting my Sanguinary Guard that I kit bashed with AOS prosecutors. Gotta get that ankle. There. That's gonna take a sec to dry. You stand there. Fun thing with wash is you gotta wedge the minis in a spot if they're not on their base. That way they dry, like the shading is right, so it works the way gravity does. I have to fix. I might do a second shader on this. Like, I did do a shade, but it's not as good as I'd like it to be. I think I need to do one more. It feels very light. Do you get to enjoy books and lore often, or do you have to crunch it in the time you have to spare? Crunch it in the time I have to spare. Before, I had other hobbies, so I'd listen to Warhammer books while I was doing said hobbies. Now it's, my hobby is streaming, and I can't really listen to books while talking to you guys. That's a bit rude. It just doesn't work very well. Maybe I just watered it down too much. I might need to break out the big guns. And once again, I pulled off the brown paint that was on the pouches earlier. Yeah, I think I watered it down too much in an effort to make sure it wasn't too thick. I think it's too thin. Doesn't leave enough color behind. It looks good when it's wet, but when it dries, it just doesn't look as nice. Okay. Oh shoot, get away from him. Hang on. Ah, there we go. Yeah, so I didn't want it to be too dark, but I think I'm gonna need to add some more color to it, but I need to make it consistent between the minis now. So I need to, not the minis, between the armor pieces, so I need to go through and do the wash again. So it's consistent. So we'll do the wash, and you know, if it's dried by the end of stream, we'll it did work a little bit. It's not as dark as I want it to be. Okay. And the wings. Let's take a look at the wash on my other guy. Yeah, it looks pretty good. The other guy's recipe that we use the really light color, the base color was Skull Crusher Brass. We're gonna use a similar recipe. It's just gonna be different, different colors, but similar concept. Okay. Probably start on that after this, because the wash, I think, has turned out quite nice. Here, I'm doing a little stretch. Doing a little stretch in my seat. I did unshrimp. Alright, prop these up. Okay. We are gonna start doing the other guy. That Necron model looks sick. Thanks, man. Thank you, man. I'm glad you like my Necrons. I'm glad you like my Necrons. I worked so hard on them. You know, I figured the unique gold, like the gold would be like a nice way to paint them. All right, time to get super glue to glue this arm because it is not staying. Can I open the super glue? Will the cap come off this time? I have a super glue where like the lid accidentally got glued onto itself, and I'm so close. Okay. Ah, goodness. All right, well, guess we're getting the janky one. Janky, janky, janky. Oh, sorry, you can't see that. Close this up before I spill it. Okay, there we go. We're getting there. Have you streamlined your process now In terms of painting minis? Like, what do you mean? Like painting minis in bulk? Because I haven't really done a lot of that yet. I would like to, you know, get my custodians finished. I know what I want to do now. Like, I have a better understanding of what needs to get done when I do paint minis. Just in general, I kind of need more than that. Does that make sense? Hang on. Okay, we're just gonna... Hey. Aurelia, leave it alone. Just walk away. Just let it do its thing over there. Don't touch it. Okay. I won't touch it anymore. Wash on this. Ooh. I'm flinging it. Okay. This... Okay. Set him down over here. Sorry, you guys can't see him drying in the tray. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. Similar process to the other guy, but different colors, because he started with lighter armor. So what we're going to do is we're going to do those larger sections in Liberator Gold. Nice and light. Yeah. Really like the VTuber model, by the way. I could tell right away it was Warhammer thing. Thank you, thank you. Try and make it unique enough where I don't get, you know, absolutely smashed over the head. Because I was inspired by multiple different armor sets, even, you know, stuff from historical armor sets. But, you know, big pauldrons really, they really get the Warhammer bit going. Right. Just gonna need a tiny bit. Okay. True streamlining happens when you get those 40 infantry models done for that tournament that you're going to in 3 days. Yeah, see, I haven't done any of that. I imagine I will have an idea of streamlining if I ever do a finish my army subathon, which I would like to do. A subathon where I finish my custodians. I was looking at it, and I have, I think, about... I have to check my list again. I think I have 1,800 points of custodies. So, you know, I'm really close to having a full army, and I need to paint it. That's watered down. Okay. Same concept here. Lighter gold. I've never done this specific color combination before, so this is gonna be new. Seems to be working. Similar concept, okay. Yeah, it definitely does have a different tint to it. It looks okay, but maybe when it dries, it'll... Definitely easier to tell the difference in shade. Well, we'll see. No, there are no female Space Marines. They don't exist. Space Marines are all men. Let's see. But that's not generally a topic we talk about here on the channel. Am I winning? Yes, I'm winning. I am painting my minis. I'm making good progress. So that's what matters. That's what counts. I still wait for my Mister of Battle. No. Nope. Nope. Wait forever. Alright, that's really all I'm gonna say now. They're real to you? Okay. Okay. Let's see. Alright. Got that set down. Now we gotta do the patches here on this bad boy. Okay. Oh. It is okay. That's kind of growing on me. I was worried that it wasn't gonna look very good, but after it's okay. I kind of like the way that shines in the light. Definitely a lighter metallic, which is what I'm going for. So nice weather. Yes, it is nice weather. Depending on where you live, especially if you live in the northern hemisphere, it's probably hot because it's still summer. It's still summer. All right. This. Get the orbs. Orbs. I'm baking alive. It's 9 p.m. Rip, brother. Rip. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. Okay. This guy's together, so now we're gonna do his sections. I will say, there is more... It is easier to do these Sanguinary Guard because they have a lot bigger sections than your average custody does. There's more stuff, large sections, which makes me sad because I liked how detailed the original Sanguinary Guard were. These just don't look nearly as cool. I won't lie. But that's why we're putting wings on him. This way we're doing a kitbash. But he is starting to look lighter, which is definitely what I'm going for. So, I'm a fan. I am glad this is working so far. This part back here. There we go. Necrotic, thank you so much for the 10 months. I appreciate it. Getting that boy done. Got rain all week here finally, thank the Emperor. Nice, congrats. Getting a bit of rain is nice. How long have we been here? Oh, like almost 2 hours, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm still so hungry. Steaks were made. Chat, remind me to not do this again unless I'm ready to order Taco Bell. I need to eat what's in the fridge. I need to eat what's in the fridge. I'm gonna be good, chat. Gonna be good, gonna be good. No Taco Bell. Go eat, take a 10-minute break. But the minis, they need painting. I also don't like breaking upstream. So I guess you'll just have to deal with me complaining about it. No, I'll minimize my complaints. Devour the homemade sandwich. Well, it's a messy sandwich. That's the thing. If it was like a standard sandwich with deli meats, I would say, yeah, probably a good idea. But it's a roast beef sandwich, so it's got like a shredded roast. And it's like, I have an au jus dipping sauce for it that I made. So it's kind of messy. It's okay, we can power through. There we go. He's a shiny boy. Get this little section here. Technically, I probably shouldn't put stuff there, but it looks better to my eyeball if I do. Can't say Spanish, but can say French dipping sauce word. Yeah. Yeah. It's not quite the same thing. Did I get this one? There we go. Come on. Focus, camera. Oh yeah. He's a shiny, shiny guy. Two over here. There. Okay, I think I got all the pieces on this guy that needed this. Oh no, his arm here. Go. That. I really hope, well, they probably will, but I've been waiting for them to announce the pre-orders for the next Custodes box, because I really, really want that Telemon Dreadnought. I will be getting him. I cannot be stopped. I want him so badly. I need, after I kicked butt with the Telemon on a virtual tabletop game, like I must own him. I must have him for my collection. He must be mine. Especially now that they're in plastic. Okay. This isn't right. The shoulder is a bit off. It needs to be down and back a tiny bit. Okay. You go here. I gotta finish this. I couldn't do it all in one fell swoop. Yeah, Dreadnought is pretty cool. He's a pretty cool guy. Okay. I'm gonna let that sit. Okay. What do I need to do? We're gonna look at this guy over here. As his wash should be dried. We gotta do his little ankle back here with this. Get a little braid spot here. Easy. Done. Got that. Okay. After this, I mean, that's the highlighting now. Wow, it was faster than I thought. Well, there will be less highlighting because custodians have a lot of detail. It's pretty, oof. It's, oof. All right, so I need to get, so what I'm gonna do for highlighting is I'm using that same Skull Crusher brass, but I mix it with a little bit of Runefang steel, just like a tiny, tiny bit. I really want a light gold. I don't like Custodes highlighted in silver. I don't think it looks good. It's not saying that people who do it are bad. I just don't like the silver popping out. So we're gonna do a really light gold, like so light, it's almost like a tan. So I need to get the color ratio right. But I could show you, I mean, they're on my desk. I've showed you guys my first Trajan. I took all the recommendations that GW put like on the box. And you know what? I ended up not really liking it all that much. Is that right? It needs to be lighter. This is the step that will take the longest, but if you do it well, it is the most satisfying. Now, we have the benefit that these are not Custodes. So, this will be significantly easier to, highlight than a Custodes. So yeah, this is it. This is the color. I'll show it to you guys here in a second on my palette. I need to add some water to it because I took out all the water by mixing more paint. Yeah, this is the shade. This is the shade, boys. Okay. Okay. Gotta add some water to this. But this is the shade. It's this really, really pale yellow. This right here is the Liberator Gold, but this has more of a silver in it. No, okay, it's okay, guys. You can be late. That's allowed. That's allowed. I'm not gonna get on your case for being late. You guys have a life. Life is more important than the stream. I'll say it. I'll continue to say it. Water. Just Yeah, that should do it. Ooh. I feel freer just looking at it. Well, that's a bit dramatic. That's a bit dramatic. Okay. So, actually, do I want a thinner brush? What is this? Yeah, I think... Yes, I want this one. Oh, how did okay, YouTube, I'm gonna answer your question. E. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, there we go. Okay, now, highlighting. Nice wet brush, give it a little twirl, a twirly twirl. Okay. So you want to do all the parts for highlighting where the light will hit the mini. So I'm going to do the top of this knee pad. I have all these little buttons here on his pack. They each get like a little tiny dot of the highlight. And you can kind of see it, like they already pop from the little bit I applied. I need more water. Unless, hang on. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. All right, let's get back on this. Whoop! No, don't fall, please don't. Okay. I'm gonna do this little speaker box here. Ooh, this is tricky since there's just not a lot of design on here. It's not as ornate. So I'm like, oh, how am I gonna do this? Oh, sorry. It'll be a lot of like highlighting on the pauldron. I know we'll get that, so we'll just do that. You guys can't really see what I'm doing. Sorry about that. Let's see here. We're gonna do a tiny little like dap of the highlight on like the top edge of the abs, even though there's no proper edge there. All right, now the pauldron. Well, more detail on the pauldron than what I did before. Little line here. We'll hit that. Hit this. Little ridge here. It's so hard to paint these fine details when the mini is so far away from me because I'm trying to keep it under the camera, not hit my microphone. Microphone, I need you to go higher. There we go. That's gonna be better. Yeah, I'm trying so hard. I just want to put it up close to my face so I can get these details. Okay. We're gonna really shrimp here, gentlemen. And do really, like, try to do kind of fine lines for the little wings on this chalice. Oh, you guys can't even see it. Ah! Okay. Yeah, I'm very shrimped right now. I hate this. This is terrible. Did I get a wash on this arm? No, I totally did. It just looks weird. I recently got a Blood Angels Combat Patrol as well, but I made my Sanguinary Guard a metallic silver with red blades. Oh, that sounds cool. I like when people kind of come up with something that's a little outside the box. Do all his little fingers. Put a little pop of color. Well, you know, gold. Get this part here. The light, it's gonna be Angels and Carmine have an alabaster white sanguinary guard. Oh, that's cool. I like that. We also got to do these little details on the sword. See, the one that's going to be more taxing are the wings, because look at all these ridges on the wing. Hang on. Look at all those ridges, and we're going to need to paint most of those. Get this little edge here. I guess one thing I didn't think about, that there's little ridges back here on his leg. You don't really think about that, but that is an area that we're definitely gonna need to put a little highlight on. There we go. Okay. I won't lie, I can't really tell the difference. And I think it's because most of this mini is the flat colors from before. But you know what? We'll just believe in our hearts that the highlighting did something. Okay. We're gonna do, for the wing, we're gonna do this top section. And then we're gonna do the ridges on the top. I can kind of see it's there. Only kind of, though. I don't know. I think that's just me. I think only I can see it. The Emperor can see it if we believe hard enough. Oh, I'll take a look at the Discord later. Thank you, Crimson Knight. I'll take a look at it later. I'm trying to lock in while my paints are still wet on my palette. They're drying up faster than I prefer they did, but, you know, what you gonna do? Okay, we're also gonna do... And what we'll do later, because the wings look kind of gross right now. They do have the shading in between, but now they look dirty. So what we're gonna do later is we are gonna go back over it. And we are going to do it in white once again. I know we spent all that time building up the white only for it to get covered, but we're gonna bring back that white and it'll be a nice, like, stripe. Maybe take a photo before and after and check for the changes. I mean, I could do that, but that kind of bogs down the stream. And it's not that big of a deal. Even if it doesn't show up exactly as I want, it's not, I'm not bent out of shape about it. It's just like, oh, well, you know, at least it feels like I'm doing something. I'm already running these brushes ragged. Okay, oh, it's only got one side. Okay, good enough. Well, let's do a little comparison here, because I haven't done the other one yet. Might be really hard to tell. So this is the one I painted. Come on. Come on. This one I haven't painted. This one I have. Oh my gosh, camera. I can kind of see it. Yeah, I can kind of see it. It's not just cope. There's a line right here. You can see. Welcome in, welcome in. This is why I don't paint. I don't have the patience for all this. Well, you don't have to do it like this. You could do slap chop, and that would be just fine. I just want to do, so the reason why I'm, you know, trying to do my best here, do a nice job, is because this is a sponsored stream. Zephyr Arcade sent me these minis, and I have, you know, maybe some people don't think this, but I personally feel like I am obligated to do as best as I can, you know, not perfect, but I want to do right by them by having my minis painted nicely, especially ones that they sent me. So that's why. You guys probably don't have the same amount of pressure. Is there scuff? Is there scuff? Did my OBS crash? The scuff emote got used. No, why do you do that to me? Why did you do that to me? Why did you post the scuff emote? You post the scuff emote. Oh my gosh. I was like, bro, I don't have time for scuff today. I don't want to deal with scuff. Don't post that. Emote is just for scuff. Every time I see it, I get a heart attack. Oh my gosh. Oh. Are you planning to play with these models? Are they just for display? So, I would like to eventually. However, as it stands, I probably can't. I probably could have. But it is coming to my attention that I am becoming more popular at times. And there are so many women in the Warhammer space. And then there are also so many women that play exclusively Custodes and or Blood Angels. I don't think I could play anonymously in public. So probably not. These are probably display only because I don't think I could play in public and feel comfortable. Oh, you posted the scuff emote when you're asking the camera lens to focus. Got it, okay. I was like, You ever do a fan meet and greet? It should just be a huge Warhammer tournament. Yeah, honestly, I feel like meet and greets would be more popular at a Warhammer event than an actual VTuber convention. But because I'm a VTuber, there's not exactly infrastructure and things set up at Warhammer tournaments to do that kind of meet and greet. I would have to enlist a friend to go there to set up things for me, like especially if I wanted to do a virtual one. Yeah, I'd have to like pay probably. I mean, I'd pay one of my friends to go be there. Disguise yourself as a dude. I could probably do it. So we need to do more meet and greets at Warhammer cons? Yeah, but they just don't have that sort of thing. They don't have that sort of thing set up because how many meet and greets do you see at Warhammer cons? I don't imagine you see any. So not much we can do there. Okay. Now this guy. My paint is almost dead. Yeah, I want to do more meet and greets. There will be, after they make the Amazon show, probably meeting the cast. Yeah, but I prefer to do my meet and greets virtually. And that's the main issue. Doing an in-person meet and greet a lot easier. But I like my privacy. And it's not like you guys would see my face anyways. But it won't be the same thing as like a VTuber convention or a Comic-Con. It's just not going to be the same. I wish I'd done this mini differently. I'd get a different jump pack. I would not make it like this. This did not turn out like I wanted to. I should have not ripped it apart. That was dumb. Oh well, alas. Alas. Bashery, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Aurelia does not want Zane to dox her, no. It's not like I have anything to hide, but... You know, you get weirdos on the internet. I think it's fair to not want to have to deal with that. Okay, that's pretty easy. The highlight on that's not too bad. Okay, let's see. We could get my white paint out and we can do a bit of the wings. Well, actually, no, we'll save that for later. I don't want to pull out too much paint. Eh. Let's see. Okay. I might, we'll see. Maybe I have a little bit of stuff I can still do. I'm gonna do highlights on this guy. But I think after that we'll call it, because I'm getting hungry. Hey. And I don't want to put too much more paint on this palette because we're probably not gonna paint until next week, and I don't want to waste a bunch of paint. So I think we're gonna do the highlights on this next guy and then we'll call it. I think that's the plan. Yeah, I gotta get the food. I'm getting hungry. I mean, I have been hungry this whole time, but it wasn't that serious before. I'm gonna need to grab more of that. The gold. It's already 2 silver. Already 2 silver. Oh, shoot. There we go. I'm just imagining you wearing full gold plate armor and a mask for an IRL meet and greet. Dude, I want to do that so badly. It sounds like so much fun. Like, I'd love to commission a cosplayer to, like, have that. Make traveling a nightmare. A very big nightmare. But it would be so, so cool. That's how I would do it. I've been thinking like, oh, if I ever did an IRL meet and greet, I think that would just be the way to do it. Okay, we're gonna do a little mix. Okay, so I did a similar combination. I used Runefang Steel. You guys can see the difference even between this light gold and this is like a really, really, really light gold silvery. Girl, that would be so expensive. It wouldn't be a metal one, but yes, it would still be expensive. It wouldn't be a metal cosplay. That's doing too much. So all right. But also, if I do get it, it's a tax write-off. I will say, you guys have probably seen this chick, the chick who does the 3D printed, like, Warhammer Primarchs, like, life-size ones. She does, like, cosplay armor pieces for herself, and I've thought about reaching out and working with her on something. But you know, I need to have something in the pipeline before I, you know, invest that money. Because it would still be very expensive. But I think it would be a very cool project. Yeah, they look pretty cool. It's very impressive. Okay, here we go. Printing off your husbando would be very expensive. I mean, that's not what I was gonna ask for. I was gonna like get like a piece of armor made. I want to get a cosplay made. That's what I want. Getting a life-size Sanguinius secondary, but that's a good point. Ooh. Ow. Sorry. Gotta pop all my joints. I think I'm gonna have to go back to the other guy and do another pass at the highlights. I don't think I quite got all the highlights I should have. Like, this one really helps because I can see the highlight a lot better. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'd actually want to apply it here and here and here and... yeah. I will say this highlight might be a little too silvery for my taste, but it's okay. It's not a big deal. Let him sit. We're gonna do his wings. Okay. This. Now you guys can easily see this this highlight here. Very delicate with it there. It's cool looking, thanks. I appreciate it. I'm trying to make it cool, but I'm worried because I've not done this combination that it doesn't look quite right. We'll see. We will see. I'm not being as delicate as I probably should be with some of these angles, and I'm like, ugh. Like, I'm just debating if I'm like, am I ruining it, or am I okay? I don't know. Maybe it's fine. Maybe I'm probably overthinking it. It will look great in the end. Yeah, that's true. Only I can see the tiny details. Looks fine to me. Okay. Does make me feel a little better. Alright. There's one wing. Okay, I see it, I see it. Okay, I think it's an improvement. It's a slight. Okay. As someone who participates in fencing, real plate armor costs as much as a used car. Good armor, cheap steel. Oh, okay. Well, I probably, if I was, it probably cost me a lot of money. Probably cost me a lot of money if I got something in metal, and an absolute nightmare to travel with, which I guess if I'm traveling with a full set of armor, no matter if it's light or not, it's still gonna be an extra thing. Yes! Yes! Go back and build and paint your minis! You know you want to. You know you want to. It's very fun and relaxing sometimes. Sometimes not so much. Sometimes not very relaxing. Very stressful, but for the most part, fun and relaxing. Oh. Buy more minis, you say. I mean, you should be responsible with your money. You should be responsible first and foremost, but you should paint and build them first. Paint and build the ones you have. Otherwise, it's not as fun because then your wallet is sad. Because you spent money you didn't have. Or even if you do have the money, I would not. I would make sure you build what you got first. What's wrong with Thousand Suns? I like the Thousand Suns. If I was a trader girly, I'd paint Thousand Suns. Okay. Last thing. We've got bits of this. Boom. Even if it's on a custom cosplay suit of armor, you're still probably talking $1,000. Oh, 100%. 100%. I'm well aware. That's why I was like, I'm not gonna start any conversations until I have something like that in, like, the books. Like, there's no way I would invest in something like that unless I was confident I was making a return on it. Odds are probably not, so I don't think it'll happen. Okay. Yeah, don't make the 40K stand for $40,000, right? Not supposed to stand for that. Okay. Okay. Think I did all the stuff on that guy that I wanted to do. Yeah, I think that's it. Because we've got these guys, we got all their highlights done. The main thing we need to do for them now. So these are the dudes. We have one more dude. He needs another shade. I'll do that later. Their highlights are done. We gotta do everyone's wings, but I think I'll do that at the same time. We gotta do the white stripes, like the white bits, because currently it's a nice shade, but the wings aren't pretty like they used to be. So we're gonna go back over that. And heads. We gotta do the heads. And like some details. But not bad. We're, I think, 2 to 3 streams away. I'm leaning towards 2, but the last time I made a hard guess, I was wrong. So Honestly, not bad for a night's work. Especially now because I'm starting to get hungry. Yeah, solid progress. We made a lot of great progress. Yeah, this needs this wing here. Get out here. This one, the wash looks nice on the feathers, but it barely got anything in the grooves. So here's the guy again. Yeah, it barely got anything. So I'm gonna have to. This is my wash. It's a little too clear. It's a little too clear. It needs to be a bit thicker. But all in all, I'm very happy with how things look. This I can do later. That goes there. These are the boys. Boom. They're all coming together, and I think I'll do their bases off stream as well, because I want to marbleize those. Okay, so we're gonna call it for tonight, guys, because I am hungry. Hungry hippo. That's me. And I need my dinner. Well, thank you guys for joining me. No streams for the rest of the weekend. I'm sorry about that. But I will have a stream on Wednesday. I'm doing a collab with my friend Stim, Pancreas No Work, and Crack Duck. We will be, you know, you guys have wanted me to do this for a while. We're going to be playing Helldivers. So, I'm sure you guys will really enjoy that. So we're playing some Helldivers. I've never played before, so it's going to be a time. It's gonna be a time. I don't think we'll do a raid or anything out tonight. I gotta go eat. So, I will leave you with a thought. Chat. Don't skip leg day. It's good for you to exercise and stay healthy, okay? Don't skip leg day. Okay.